Will there be any tax cuts this year, do you think?
Well, the legislative leaders are not ruling them out yet, but they're not included in either budget, and we're getting pretty along here in the legislative session. You know, I think it's one of those things that Scott is still wanting them, still insists on having them. The legislature may have maybe a better political sense than Scott on this. I think they may be aware that if you're cutting a lot of health and social programs and reducing school funding by $1 billion in each chamber right now, maybe it doesn't look good to give money to corporations and to big property owners around the state. So I think there's a certain reluctance now. Whether that holds through the end of the session, they may find a way to do it, but it looks like a long shot right now.
Steve, you're nodding your head yes.
Well, I agree with what my colleague here is saying. I think that Dean Cannon, the Speaker of the House, thinks the property tax cut is a good idea if they could afford it, because it's a broad-based tax cut that would help a lot of people. But cutting the corporate income tax, when you've got something else we've seen this session that I haven't seen in a long time, almost every day there's a big, loud, noisy, raucous protest in the state capitol. It's either members of a labor union, it's people with developmental disabilities. They're like marching into Rick Scott's office with petitions and things. Rick Scott is mobilizing Floridians, but in the wrong way. He's mobilizing people against his policies, not in favor of his policies.